If you've ever felt drawn more than once to people who weren't truly present, I want to tell you something clearly right away. This isn't weakness. It doesn't mean you don't know how to love. It doesn't mean you choose badly. And it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. What's happening has a very specific psychological explanation. And understanding it changes everything, because when you understand, you stop blaming yourself and start seeing yourself with clarity. Today, we're not talking about what you should do. We're talking about what's happening inside you. A half-present person isn't someone who clearly says, "I don't want this." And that's exactly the problem. It's someone who is there, sometimes disappears, at other times makes you feel important, occasionally doesn't let you go but doesn't stay. It's a presence that creates waiting, not stability. You find yourself reading between the lines, wondering what you said, asking yourself if you're overreacting, and when a relationship makes you doubt yourself again and again, it's not neutral, it's draining. From a psychological point of view, half-presence works through a very powerful mechanism: intermittent reinforcement. The emotional brain doesn't attach more strongly to what's stable. It attaches more strongly to what's uncertain, because uncertainty activates alertness, and alertness increases emotional involvement. Every small signal, a message after silence, a sudden return, a loving sentence said at just the right moment, is experienced as something huge. Not because it truly is, but because it arrives after emptiness. The body learns to wait, and waiting becomes the center of the relationship. This creates a feeling that's often mistaken for love. Thinking about them constantly, feeling emotionally hooked, experiencing highs and lows. But this isn't intimacy. It's nervous system activation. Here, we need to be very honest. The emotional brain doesn't look for what's healthy, it looks for what's familiar. If love in the past was uncertain, exhausting, something you had to earn, that pattern can become normal for your internal system. Not because you enjoy suffering, but because your body knows how to function there. That's why we often say, "I don't know why, but I'm so drawn to them." In reality, the body is recognizing a familiar pattern. Understanding this isn't about labeling yourself. It's about freeing yourself from judgment. After 40, half-presence hurts more. Not because we're more fragile, but because we're more aware. There's less time to waste, less energy to invest in confusing relationships, less willingness to betray ourselves just to be chosen. What you might have tolerated before, your body now feels as exhaustion, and that's not rigidity, it's emotional maturity. This is where something counterintuitive happens. Real presence, at first, may not feel exciting the way you expected, because it doesn't create emotional highs. It doesn't keep you guessing. It doesn't make you doubt. Real presence calms you. And if you've lived in emotional alert for a long time, calm can feel empty, flat, or without chemistry. In reality, It's your nervous system learning a new language, the language of safety. This is a phase of emotional re-education, not a lack. If today you feel that half presence no longer attracts you the way it once did, you're not becoming cold, you're becoming clear. And clarity makes choices. It doesn't argue, it doesn't justify, it chooses. Remember this: emotional maturity doesn't chase intensity, it seeks safety. And it's from here, from this deep understanding, that the second half of you truly begins.